He's
Well,
one.
okay. Welcome to the Vigil Show, and then, well, thank you for watching the Voice of San Joaquin. Anyway, we're going to be discussing about the candidate for Fernando and and his district and why he's running for the Stockton Council District 2. Okay, now go ahead. I kind of delayed my video, but so tell me, Fernando, why are you running for Stockton office? Why?
One of the main reasons why I'm running is to share with Stockton the ideas that I believe my city should be heading in what direction, as far as giving more younger adults. Yeah, my thing is 16 to 24, giving them more opportunity. I would really like to. One of my top priorities is safety.
Safety. Okay.
I'm all about having community policing, community involvement, getting them engaged, getting the police engaged with our population. I know sometimes there tends to be tension between community and citizens or residents. So that's another priority where I know that Stockton is understaffed as far as police officers, but the new wave of officers that I would like to hire, and we have that money. I mean, Stockton voted for Measure A not too long ago, and so there is money. And with that new influx or that wave of police officers, I would really like to focus on getting them engaged. And then also, I can't leave out the less fortunate. And by less fortunate, I don't just mean the homeless, but we do have to do something about that, about um, the lack of resources that they have.
Well, I know a lot of people probably are sick of hearing about homeless all the time because it's a priority, and I think that's just a platform for Canada to go back in office. A lot of people, I mean, I'm hearing what they're saying, but there's more problem than homeless need. I think there's more resources in because, as you know, I used to be the civil service commissioner, and I know that I had to deal with fire, you know, the police officer, recruitment, and they denied like they used to when every month they would deny almost 200 applicants
Oh wow!
every month because they don't fit the criteria of what is a candidate officer in their idea form. So in order for me to understand what the candidate recommendation. That's what they call recommendation. Because when the staff say recommendation, it means it's okay, it's all right. Vote for it. Vote it. So that's the term they use all the time. But there's some council that don't look at an opposing view. Like, oh, well, no, well, just because you agree with it and it's approved, you want us to approve it, recommendation to approve it, that doesn't mean that it could be approved. You could say no. Because I see a lot of people, when they go to the county supervisor and Monica Neal get a list of application of a board member. And then there's a recommendation that they to go on the multiple what they call equal employment advisory. But then they said repost it, meaning send off the note. So they keep kind of passing out. So you have a power as a board member, at the city council, you have the power to dictate what the staff has to say. And then, look, this is what you work for us, the city work for you. We trust you, put over there and recommend it. You got 4 people who could run the city hall and fire the city manager or the attorney or anything else. You know what I mean?
And and I like to look at it as I work for the people as well.
Uh huh.
And what I mean by that is, I the people like my family,
Hmm.
and I look at other people what they find concerning. And tonight, when I have my forum or my meet and greet at Senor Frogs, uh, I want to know what are their what are their priorities. So that's something that they can think about when we head over there later on this evening. But I want to believe that your council members really work for the city. They work for the viewers, for everybody else. I've been blessed to be that voice.
Mhm.
But overall, um, the priorities for my family.
With your family. But the thing is, I have noticed that you're not you don't look like a career politician. You seem like a person concerned about changes.
Yes.
I think you're more concerned about the safety because I think your family live in Stockton,
Yes.
and I think you're concerned about your family. It's well
No, I
safe. Going to school, make sure they're come home from to the home, going
Yes.
through traffic safety. I think that's something that people need to hear from you regarding what about
So what happens is that what I've noticed, the constant thing that I hear all the time is there's nothing for anybody, or there's nothing for me in Stockton. And I think that's an issue, and this is where I want to, that's the status quo that I want to change, because Stockton invests so much into everybody here in into its residents, because we're being taxed like crazy. We're being taxed 9%. I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
ridiculous. But nonetheless, and I don't feel like we're getting the services that we're being taxed for. But that's we'll talk about that in a bit. But nonetheless, I want to have those people that live in Stockton, like myself, the people that grew up in Stockton, like myself, that they don't leave after Stockton has invested so much in me to go make another city better. And that's one of the things that I want to fix, as far as the money that Stockton has invested in individuals, in recruiting officers, in retaining officers, that after a while, because we're not offering competitive pay, that they go and move to a neighbor city, because that's exactly what's happening right now with sheriff, with police. I'm concerned that with our overworked fire department, that's going to happen next, but that's a different story for us.
Okay, so tell me what's your platform regarding running your as a candidate. What's your platform?
My platform, my priorities are definitely going to be public safety. Definitely. And what I mean by public safety is Dr. Anthony Barga conducted a study, a consultant with the city, and he stated that once Stockton got to a population of 300,000, and we're currently at 315,000, that we would need somewhere around 600,000 officers. And so my priority is to recruit and retain 100 officers, not necessarily to police more, not necessarily to pull you over more, but to actively engage with our citizens. And what I mean by that is we need we know that there's tension in Stockton with citizens and police force. We know that. And I feel with this new wave of officers, although it's only going to be a small, 20%, 18% of the new staffing, that can be our new culture. Our new culture should be community policing, instead of pulling you over to see if I find something, and then if I find something, then we give each other high fives, and so that's what I want to do. So public safety is going to be one of my top priorities, as well as, I will tell you that in the classroom, proximity works to deter negative behavior.
Really? Why you say that?
So what I mean by that is, when you have students, and I know some people are going to listen to this, and so I had this thing where I said, I don't have a problem with students talking. I don't have a problem with that. It's the communicating rather than having accountable conversations. So I encourage in the classroom. I encourage conversation. I encourage them to talk, but we needed to have accountable conversations, not just communicate. And the difference is, so with math, we would have conversations regarding numbers, regarding the algebra, regarding the problems that we were doing, compared to saying, "Hey, Doug, what are you doing this weekend?" And this is where, and going back to proximity, if I'm circulating the classroom, those students are more likely to have accountable conversations instead of socializing conversations or social conversations. And so bringing it back even more to the city, if we have more police officers, those 100 police officers, if they are in the area of in these hot spots,
hot zone,
these individuals, these criminals, I want to believe, just because I thought it worked in the classroom, they're less likely to commit crimes,
right?
Because they're my thought frame is a criminal's not going to want to lose its freedom, and they're likely to lose their freedom if there's police that are likely to catch them.
Yeah, but so tell me, a lot of people still the way you're saying. So tell me, what do you do for a living?
Oof, Doug, you're killing me.
Well,
I do a little bit of everything. So I'm a small business owner. I've stepped away as of September. I stepped away, or the first week of September, I stepped away from the classroom to really focus on campaigning, and that's what I do for a living. I'm really focused on winning this election, and
I know, because it takes work. It's a full-time job when you're running for candidate. Running for a job, because it is a job. When they vote for you, they take you in. There is a job. Yeah, but as far as you're a teacher?
Yes, I am a teacher.
And what grade? And what level are you?
Middle school.
Oh, see, that's something we need in our city. See, to be educated staff, what teacher have to go through in order to get that movement. Look at, for God's sake, got a good reputation of being a teacher. Can you imagine we could trust teachers? They're our hero.
Yeah, we can trust teachers. No, and my thing is, and this is why I love my job. And I thought that everything that I was doing in the classroom, I can bring it to the next level, to the city council.
Right.
And so in the classroom, there was, and I don't know if many people know this, there was countless weekends that I would come in on a Saturday to help clean up the school. And keep in mind, Doug, in all fairness, it wasn't just me. I had an amazing side. Thomas, I hope you're watching. Diana Thomas.
Okay. But the thing is, but when to get my point across is that when you're in the city council, and like you see a lot of people have their leadership, and the one that stands out is Christine Forgot, because he educates the people. He said, the 11209 means this is what's going to happen. This is what we're voting on. Why are we voting? Because this was part of the benefit package, blah, blah, blah. So he educates people that are there at the city hall and get that recognition, because she's a very outspoken teacher that still educates the adults. Can you imagine? Yeah. You don't get you can't get the teacher out of you, as far as that's concerned.
And you know what, and that's one of the things that I will forever treasure. I'm a lot of things. I made money with real estate investment. I'm a small business owner, but that's one thing that I hold dear to my heart, being a teacher. And it's kind of painful to be away, because I want to be there, but this is a priority. And I will tell you, Doug, and I've said it time and time again, when I was successful in the classroom, it wasn't because of the effort that I put in. That's only one part, but also because I surrounded myself with amazing individuals.
Good. Okay.
I will tell you that as a father, the reason I'm successful is because I have a wonderful family. My sister that's watching right now, or my mom. Hi, Mom. I love you. I hope you're watching that. And I give these shout outs because they are the ones, my significant other, Jessica, those are the individuals that help me be successful. I'm once again the voice. I'm the one that drives the car, but the driver is only as important as all the other pieces of the vehicle, and that's how I see it.
Right.
And that's something that I plan to take to City Hall when I become, God willing, when I get elected. I will tell you, the networking that I do every single day. So I'm in the trucking business. The networking that I do, you would not believe how many calls I make, and they're telling me that they would like to bring stuff to Stockton, but it's more appeasing in the surrounding cities. Right. And so Stockton is getting somebody who's making cold calls, who's networking with these individuals to bring new business to Stockton. So that's what I do. So along with being a small business owner, and being a father and being an educator, a teacher, I make cold calls.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up, and it's crazy because I wake up super early in the morning just to get these calls, because a lot of these companies are East Coast companies.
Okay.
And so I actually have to work on East Coast time, because if I don't,
well, when you run, when people, okay, so tell me, I'm sure people will probably ask you in the forum in the future, will ask them what will be different between you and your opponent. What stands out from your opponent that you're going to be different what he's already may or may not have done during his term in office?
and see, okay, I'm not. That's a tough question.
That's why I want to. That's why I want a question.
and and so and I tell you this because I'm not about comparing. I'm not about what he's doing.
Well, you're not comparing them, but people are. Your constituent will compare. Why should we hire you? Why should we vote for you and his opponent? And he's not bringing no changes, and you are trying to make something, do something to change about something. Right now, okay. I'm gonna put what my question leading to. Okay.
Because I actually had a great answer to what you were gonna.
Okay. Well, the reason why I asked you what your candidate is, because there's a lot of people are saying that there's a lot of Cabral, whatever.
Yes.
It's CABE. I think it's CABAL or what?
Yes.
Cabal, and they endorse each other. Right. They have the same group of people, have the same ideology, and doesn't change just because they're career politics, because they're a group. Hold on, let me finish. Now, you know that you already been to City Hall like a couple of times, and you see how rowdy it is. And you see the Black Lives Matter come protest.
Doug said, "Put your hand down."
You got to really have to listen and take the heat, and not walk out like the other people and roll up their eyes and looking at their phone. That people are noticing those type of etiquette from a constituent. Mm-hmm. So people are noticing that when they look down and when they go to public comment, are you going to be doing that and looking at your phone and say, I'm looking down and not know what understand and knowledge that they're important?
And I think it makes a great point. And I will tell you, one of the things as an educator that you learn is slant. So it's just, and people are like, oh my goodness, he's being a teacher all the time, just every.
Hi, Angel and Flores. Hi, Clay. Okay.
So this is basic stuff, and you're doing it right now. So slant is this thing where you're sitting up. So when we're having conversation, I believe city council members should be sitting up, because so you know how when you walk up to that podium and
it's scary and you get blood pressure and you get nervous, anxiety.
Right. So I'm thinking, imagine what the speaker's going through, right? Because I mean they're thinking like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be talking to this council. So I believe the council members, the least they could do is slant.
Right.
And what I mean by slant, I mean sit up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lean forward and possibly make eye contact, because that's the right thing to do.
Of course.
Be attentive. Nod. So my thing is, as a council member, if you want to disagree, you nod your head. You say, whatever you think, or you shake your head and you say, I agree. Right? You nod, you shake, you acknowledge more than anything. Mm-hmm. And my thought is that's something that I think that I bring from the classroom to the business to me every day. My thing is, I want to be respectful, and I want to share positivity wherever I go. And this is why when you're talking about like what's the difference between me and the incumbent, I want to say I don't. The incumbent is really, to be honest, is irrelevant to me as a whole. I will tell you that in Stockton, I've created jobs. Now, if the incumbent has or has not, I don't know. Like, it's really, but I'm telling you, me personally, this is what I've done. I've created jobs.
Okay.
I've been fair with rental market rates. I have given back to the community. This summer, we cut something like 300 children's hair. We gave about 300 and
Really?
300. Yeah, check it out. Google cut back to school cuts.
Okay, well, you hear that from him, you know?
And so it's about what I do, and what I've been doing. You know, when I tell you earlier, Doug, that I give up my Saturdays, and this is where I don't want to get too personal or what have you with my life, but I give up my Saturdays. I give up my Saturdays where I'm not being paid, where I'm away from my family, to better something else. And
Right.
that's the kind of work ethic that you get from me. I will tell you, when I was doing when I was really heavy into real estate investment, when I would work all day, my regular 9 to 5 teaching, what have you, and then I would wait for my daughters to go to sleep, and then when they went to sleep, I would work another 6 hours, 7 hours to fix up a property, to paint it, to change out, to change out a dish, a washer, or a garbage disposal. My work ethic, I promise you, Doug, is like no other. I mean, and I don't. And my thing is, I don't want to do too much comparing. I'm just saying this is what I do.
Okay.
I'm one of the hardest working individuals, and I got a story for you.
Okay. Let me tell the question is, you know, I've been around in City Hall for a long time.
Yes.
And,
Have you really?
oh, yeah. 2005. No, yeah, 2000.
Wait, what does that mean?
2015.
Doug.
So that's about 7 years. No, 2000. That's, yeah, almost 2005. About,
Doug, you're drinking your coffee really slow.
I know, it's still hot, you know.
I'm all done with mine.
But anyway, from 2015 now, and I know that being a city council,
Yeah.
you're going to go to training. And they're going to train you the rules and rules of order. They're going to talk about the act, what do you call that? There's an act, something like that, where you have to learn the protocol on transparency and whatever on your board. But it's okay to argue. When you're on the board, you have to make your point known. Okay, you can argue. You don't say to your colleague and agree with what they're saying, but yet and you have a different opinion. You need to address to that. We need some people want to hear one representation that look. We don't. I don't agree. I hear them saying. I don't agree with what you're saying. So
Yes.
what is going to? You think that you have to really focus on your constituents, because they're the one that are the one you should be heard, because that's what they feel like they're not no voice. I know there's a lot of change in the politics, you know, as far as concerned about in District 2. But and when you come into the city hall, and yet you come and people go in the common, they want to be heard instead of being disrespected and looking on their phone. They should be outlawed. They should be censored, you know, because I understand they have to mute it, but at the same time, that's a job too.
And I will tell you, and it goes back to being respectful, being mindful of others. I think that, I mean, if you weren't raised around that, I mean, here's my thing. I love going back to respect and going back to being mindful. I will tell you that I think reputation and manners are extremely important.
Mhm.
I would hate, and this is what I would bring to every council meeting, the fact that you have to have some sort of etiquette.
Right.
I would hate for somebody to be like, man, that's Marcella's kid. Look at the way she raised him. And that to me would mean more,
Right.
because I think my mom did an amazing job raising me. My dad too. My dad.
All right. Good for her. I'm giving a clap out for your mom. Okay. Good raising you. Good.
Yeah, just because.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Either way, I lost my feed. So just in case you guys didn't know what I did, I'm on live myself on my end. And okay, so nonetheless, I would say that that's something that I bring to the table. I want.
You got live.
Oh yeah, now I'm live again. I had to click on it, but I will tell you, I have no problem having those critical conversations and being respectful and bringing that, and like I said, bring the whole respectfulness back into this conversation. I have no problem saying, hey, I don't agree. Here's my ideas, and let's be mature enough to figure out the facts.
Okay.
And so I think that's another thing that, because I'm not a lifelong politician, because I'm not being funded by anybody, because I'm not doing fundraisers.
So how are you breaking your money to run your campaign?
This guy out there.
Yeah. So in other words, you don't want to have somebody to influence your vote or anything like that.
No, I'm not accepting money. I'm not campaign. I'm not I'm fundraising. I'm not doing any kind of donations, and it means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the cats playing over there. It means a lot to me because there are no special interests behind me. I'm gonna do what's best for the people of Stockton. There's no, there's no hidden agenda. There's no, I'm not doing this because it's gonna further my or fatten my pocket like some. I don't want that. I do not want that. Just because I think in general I'm doing this because I'm definitely not doing it for the salary that they pay us. I'm doing it because I believe it's the right thing to do.
Okay, now you hit a nail on the head. So tell me, your District 2. Okay, so what in your district? What do you see the need over there? Because I don't know. I'm in District 5, so I know my needs right there in your area. So what do you have that any else don't have that is on your area that people are being what do you call it? Wanted to have or change it or whatever.
And Doug, you mentioned a great point. What are some of the needs in District 2 that might be different from any other part of town? And I will tell you, it's really the same. The needs of my community are very similar to the needs of your community, very similar to the needs of all the other communities. So just in case you guys don't know, or that way you guys get a better idea, my district, District 2, runs along Hammer, and it runs up and down Holman to Murata.
Okay.
And then it encompasses Cali Drive. So it's like a big old H.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
And so when we look at our needs in District 2, we still have homelessness. We have people sleeping under the bridges. Mm-hmm. You still have hotspots. You still have areas of crime.
Mm-hmm.
We still have dumping. If you go check out Vote for Fernando on Facebook and on Instagram, you will see that we have illegal dumping happening. I know 209 Cares or Stockton Cares was out on Cali Drive cleaning up that area. I just gave them a free plug too.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Hey, that's free advertisement for them.
Yeah, but still, the thing is that what is District 2? Because for me, like
I would like
people. Hold on, the people like for example, District 5 want a swimming pool.
Okay.
And we didn't get it because we're almost got it until I forgot to say something that didn't come out right, and the mayor didn't like it, so he kind of blocked her off the pool and decided to get into the feature, but still, and those type of things that are needed in here, like there's too much downtown development. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of structures on. There's a lot of vacant homes are condemned. They're not being utilized. They're owned by the city and they're owned by private investors. You know what I mean? Go ahead and sneeze.
Oh, you took it away from me.
Yeah, but you were right there waiting for you to.
I know.
Okay, but anyway, those are the things that in District 5 I know I have seen here. But in District 2, I like it. It's kind of like no trees, and you need trees to plant because I suffer from asthma, and they need to have more trees out there.
But
hold on.
Okay,
that's what I may think that District 2 might need, but also they need to have more hospital. Look out! You have to go all the way from 8 Mile Road to 10 and come to St. Joe. That's a long drive to get help and get a heart attack or a stroke. But you need to have hospital there, I mean, emergency
And,
hospital.
and just so we're clear,
Right.
the building on West Lane is not a hospital up there.
That's a medical hospital, right?
No, it's not a hospital. It's a clinic.
Okay.
So just so we're clear, because I know that. Okay, just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Kaiser. People confuse Kaiser with a hospital.
No,
It's not a
it's
hospital.
a big clinic. Yeah, I know.
It's a huge clinic. Yeah, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
But once again, it goes back to, I think, District 2 once again, and District 2 actually has an interesting problem, I guess you would say, for lack of a better word, because those youth, they actually go to Lodi and Lodi Unified. Those are Lodi Unified students, and so that's something different because I guess you would say Western Ranch has the same problem or issue that they're in Stockton, but they're serviced educationally somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I would say, what, one of the things that we don't have a library out there. I mean, that's huge. How are we? I mean, the closest one that we have, the one that's really closest to my heart is the Arnold Brew Community Center. I do a lot of stuff out of there. Hi guys at Arnold Brew.
But you know what? When I moved in, and I used to live off Lower Sac, and right there. Anyway, right by McDonald's, right there in that area.
Okay. Yes.
So
I love that Funland.
Yeah, Funland. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they used to have roller skating downtown by Kelly Drive.
Yeah.
They used to have a water slide on that area.
They had a water slide out there?
Yeah, they used to have video land, arcade land right there in the water slide, and they turned it down because the private owner bought that particular building for unsafe reason. So that was a fun place to hang out, but they somehow.
But we do have roller skate, or we have that sports complex out on Cherokee. So it would be nice to have another skating area. We have
a roller skating area.
I went to a party there. I would say not too long ago, but I went there not a few months back. And there's.
I'm surprised. I didn't.
It's
even
called.
Know.
Can I give him a quick shout
Go ahead.
out? I want to say it's called Stockton, and maybe one of the viewers can tell me. Stockton Sports Complex.
Stockton, and where is that located?
It's over. You know where Ad Art Building used to be at, off of Cherokee, where the old CHP office is.
It's away on the west. It's on the east side.
It would be on the east side of 99. So as soon as you get off that, if you're on Cherokee, you go. You would get off the exit off Cherokee, and it's right where that CHP office used to be.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, and I will tell you, it's something. I mean, I grew up on going to Hammer Skate, and I was really devastated. So I actually lived on Cali Drive. That's something that the viewers don't know. I used to live on Cali Drive, 8758, because my old dad just hiked.
But definitely, but now when you live there, there was like a lot of shooting going over there.
I'm gonna go in the car.
Okay.
Did you pay it?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, it's not free.
Okay. I'll let you know that.
So when I lived out there, I mean, I'm gonna tell you a positive experience, Doug.
Okay.
When I lived,
we need good pot experience. Go ahead.
When I lived out on Cali Drive, and I was out there with I lived out there with my daughters and their mom at the time, and I'm only assuming that I left my front door open. So we took off, we had an outing, and I come back home and my front door's open. My front metal door's open, and my wooden doors also open completely. So by now we went out on outings. It must have been, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock. It was dark.
Mm-hmm.
It was dark inside. It was getting dark out on the outside. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like we had just been robbed.
Okay.
I'm very cautious. I go into the house. Nothing had been touched.
Okay.
Somebody, I'm guessing the neighbors must have been looking out after me. Somebody was looking after me. Apparently I left the door open and nothing happened.
Well, that's good. At least you have good neighbors to watch out each other.
And that was on Cali Drive, guys.
So that's good. I mean, that's very very rare to have neighbors that watch out to see what's going on, things like that. A- And that, and so, and that's something we need to have in every neighborhood. Look at the program called Neighborhood Watch Group. When that time I asked for a program, they told me they discontinued because they told me it wasn't working. That program wasn't existing because just because you had a sign to a neighborhood watch, that don't mean nothing. They people just still go on your property, leaving the package behind. And just, I believe some people just want to just leave the package long enough to take it. Sometimes I noticed that.
So I would say, oh, going back to what Stockton needs, I genuinely believe Stockton needs more opportunity.
I truly believe that too. I already got my when I got my when I moved over here to Stockton in 2001. I got my real estate license. I got my notary license. I got my.
Oh, look at you flashing all your credentials. What else? Tell us.
I mean, I did that the other because I business there, so I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I think
What's it in the Bay Area?
San Leandro, right in the East Bay.
Oh wow!
Yeah, right by the marina.
Did you guys hear Doug? He said the East Bay.
Yeah, I've been in the marina, Top San Leandro. We call it God country.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so I mean, to get to the point that when you move somewhere, I believe Stockton is the land of second chances. I do believe in second chances. People who run under luck, they have an opportunity to get a chance. And that's something that we should strive as a community to move as a unity to overcome a lot of obstacle. We do come a lot of obstacle. You know what I mean? And for you, the last question I'm going to ask you before we leave.
Wait, we already have to go?
No, we're not
This
going to go.
has been fun, Doug.
Okay, but we're having a good. I want to make sure we,
Yeah,
on
no,
our
absolutely.
overstay. You're welcome. You said you had to go to your
That's at 6.
today.
Yes. Oh, sorry,
So-
guys. Doug's kicking me out already. He said,
It's a quarter. It's going to be 4:45. Though you're gonna have a half hour, at least an hour to get ready, set it in, get your sign, and everything.
well, I'm going to be dressed the same way. So Doug says,
All
all right,
right.
you got to go in a little
No,
bit.
no, that's okay. I just don't want to make sure to have some courtesy, for he's a very busy man,
This is very business.
Okay, so now the last question I'm going to ask you: why would people want to vote for you?
I want to say that the reason somebody would want to vote for me is because of what I've done and what I've done for the city, and how I genuinely feel like I encompass this city. Growing up, I um, I started from very little,
Mm-hmm.
and
What do you mean by little? You're a little boy, or are you talking about little money?
both.
Okay.
Actually, believe it or not, yeah. So yeah, I'll tell you guys the story one day, some other day. But and when I say I encompass it, is that I bring that work ethic, that idea of anything is possible. I want to say that because I'm a critical thinker, because I'm a team player. I think that's very important to not necessarily shoot down ideas immediately, but to work with others. I'm a critical thinker, a team player. I want what's best for Stockton, and Doug, this is probably not very politician-like right now, but I will tell you, if the crime, the way it is working for you. So, I mean, you look out, you go to the city of Stockton website, and you check out their crime rate. You check out Stockton's unemployment rate. You check out the fact that we have a measure that was voted for, Measure A, and I don't see accountability or transparency. If all those things are working for you, then you vote for the incumbent. And that's probably not a very popular thing to say.
No, but also there's Measure A. You know what Measure A is?
Yes, the tax increase for the police officers and for firefighters.
Okay, but there was a Measure A for library, right?
For Measure A, no, I'm talking about Measure A, the one that Stockton voted for a 3/4% tax.
Well, no,
tax
I'll
increase.
take that back. I'm sorry. It's Measure O. I think it's Measure O.
But so my thing is a lot of the things that's happening in Stockton is genuinely not working for Stockton.
Of course, but my this is what I think.
Yeah.
I understand that police are very important.
Yeah.
They're
Very.
bad police officers and they're good police officers,
Absolutely.
and they're all human. They have bad nurses and good nurses. But when it comes to the teachers union, not teachers, the nurses union and officer union, they put on their contract that they are retrainable. But when they have a contract that retrain, they cannot fire the police officer, whether they want to look like. And every time when you get elected, and you're going to get people from the group from Black Lives Matter, and they want to get this particular officer, they already have the name. You've seen the name, you heard the name. They want him out, but yet they don't. Because you have to deal with the union, not the police, the chief officer. But sometimes you got something to do something about it. Now, when you're talking about different aspects of changes, those are the things that are going to impact you, and people are going to look at. Because when you're in a position in power, you're gonna be no way situation. One's not going to like you, and one's going to like you. Either way, how you voted, one way or the other. So let's go ahead.
And I believe, and once again, because I've been to those meetings where it gets a little bit rambunctious, for lack of a better word. I want to know what, and keep in mind, this is just me looking into the situation.
Right.
But what has the city done to actively engage? What has PD done to actively engage in revising their protocol? So one of the things that they talk about in there is, because it really does bother me. I heard the conversation, and once again, this is all going off of what the mom said. She said she offered a suggestion. I don't believe that the suggestion is up and running. So my thought is, and as a council member, I want to know, if you're not validating her suggestion, what are you doing to improve the situation? Because
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like it goes back to when somebody says, "Oh, I'm hungry," and you're saying, "Oh, well, we're gonna have spaghetti," and they're like, "No, I don't want spaghetti." So then you need to offer a suggestion, or else you need to eat the spaghetti. Well, same thing with this lady. I mean, this lady said that you can do this to improve the situation, and I don't honestly believe that they are doing anything.
Well, the thing, so this is what I go. I come on an old-fashioned value.
Was
My dad used to say, like you said, you have spaghetti, there's food. Beggar cannot be chooser. If I'm eating spaghetti and I'm offering you some spaghetti because you're hungry, you see, I'm not, I'm giving you the bowl of spaghetti to eat to alleviate your hunger, but you don't have the right. You don't have to say that you don't like it. Even people who are hungry, they eat it. They'll eat anything.
the issue that with that mother is that, and once again, I don't know all the facts. I'm just going off of what she stated, that her son was misidentified, and her son was killed. So I'm going off of.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
I'm going off that one in particular because that one was the one that was most recent.
We're not talking about food. We're talking about
Yeah,
Black Lives Matter. Okay, so
yeah, and we're talking about having full transparency. We're talking
accountability.
about accountability. That's the thing, and like I said, protocol here in Stockton might not be working.
It doesn't. It's not even working. It doesn't exist.
And if it doesn't, then what are our city officials? What is anybody doing to revamp that system?
Well, to me, I personally think that now we got the new city manager. They need to fire some of those cabinet, those director, all the directors.
It's kind of like when you move into a new home, you just throw away a lot of
stuff. Because I know every time there's a superintendent, they change all their director, all their cabinet. So the same thing with the city. They have to remove something.
And just so we're on the same page, Doug, and just so it's clear, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I am pro union. I don't. You know what I mean? I want to fight for equal pay and wages and what have you. But I'm also pro resident. I'm also pro citizen. I'm also pro transparency and honesty. Now, Some people are going to say, well, that's kind of hard to mesh. Well, somehow we need to figure it out.
Right.
And that's really what it comes down to. This is our objective. This is our end result. Somehow we need to make it work. And I don't believe, and this is why I'm running for city council, I don't believe our current process has been efficient, has been effective, and I want to change that. I want to change that because I want to make sure that money that we vote on to spend accordingly is actually spent accordingly.
So let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this is the last question I'm going to ask. I mean, this is now what we're going to talk. The people that are thinking right now, are you?
I'm hungry for change.
Oh no, I'm okay. But the question that I want to. I don't want to get you offended, but this is the question. The question that a lot of people will say, are you gonna able to not be influenced by other people? Your decision.
I'm offended by that question. Just kidding. And see, that's another thing. Oh no. And that's
because I have seen city council that kind of like wishy-washy of their decision.
Oh no. See, and that's one thing that I provide. I provide consistency. I want to believe that, and I know so that I'm going to do what's right for the residents of Stockton every single time. I believe that what's right is right. Shout out to Miss Callum. So I used to have this conversation with somebody. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. Mm-hmm. You can never take that away, and this is why I'm so adamant about the police issue that I was having, because this lady, this mother, offered a genuine solution. I want to believe that she's coming from a good heart, that she's coming with positive intent, and so it's just the whole, how could I put it? I'm going to do what's right, and
that doesn't matter. People expect you to do what you got to do, what they voted you to do, and you're going to have constituents. You're going to have your private hour, discuss what they're having problem with their garbage, their water bill, their electric bill, whatever going on, their neighbor, their houses, whatever service going on. You're going to be hearing that, okay? Yes. And you're going to learn.
Actually, I just went to one yesterday.
Really?
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll talk about that.
Okay. Well, that's a different subject. Well,
yes.
But anyway, I definitely think that we had a lot to talk about, and there'll be more. I'm glad I'm gonna actually come back again.
You are?
Yes, because it's only the beginning. People forget about you early, and then when they get close enough to the actual probably next year, you have to pop yourself up.
And so I want to believe.
You will believe.
I got a familiar face.
You do.
They're gonna remember this. I was not too long ago. I was at an event, and somebody came up to me. I was like, "Hey, you're so and so," and I was like, "Yes, I am."
All right,
guys. All right,
thank you so much for watching the Vigil Show, and I'd like to thank my guest, Fernando Duarte, District Candidate, District 2. So if you have any question, how are they gonna get a hold of you? If you have to?
That's a very good question. Okay, so Sunday, I have an event going on downtown. It's called #lunchbags. If you guys want to stop by, donate. We're going to be putting lunch bags together for the less fortunate. And I say less fortunate because I want to help others, not just necessarily the homeless. I want to help with the medium income the way it is here in town. I want to help out as many people as you can. So you guys can get a hold of me that way. If you're on Facebook, you can go to my page, Vote for Fernando Duarte. That's FERNANDO DUARTE, Fernando Duarte. You can also go to my Instagram. Same thing, Vote for Fernando. On the Vote for Fernando on Instagram, you'll find that I post a lot of employers that are hiring. So if you're looking for a job, definitely swing by there. And I posted Target recently, $13 an hour. I thought that
not bad.
I mean, it's not the world's greatest, but it's at least it's moving. Yes. So if you're looking for employment, head over there. That's one way. And another thing, I answer my accounts. So if you post something, you say something, that's me. It's going to be responding back to you guys.
Okay, you heard from the horse's mouth. So thank you for watching The Voice of Stockton, the Vigil Show, and thanks for watching. I'll have a great day, and we'll be having it. And also, I'm welcoming all other candidates to come to what I'm going to be signing later. You know, at the moment, my hands started hurting me a lot. So anyway, I'm having, it came out of the flu and pain, still pain. So again, I welcome all candidates. I don't care what candidate you are. You're not opposing candidate or this candidate or whatever. Doesn't matter. The deaf community have to know what's going on anyway. The silent community, the deaf, the disabled, the family, all the union need to know all that. Okay. Have a great day and have a great week. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, so remember, you're still live over here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're about